Hello! Today I'm gonna take a break from what I usually do and actually do something software related. Today I'm going to be looking at one of my favorite archive or zip utility program, PowerArchiver. Now the thing about archiving programs is there's really a lot of free ones. You know, you got 7-zip, you got WinRAR, you got WinZip. Who even uses WinZip? Anyway, so the question is, why would you buy one? PowerArchiver is not free. So anyway, let's start it up. As you can see, it uses a ribbon, which is really nice. Now, personally, I don't like it, but thankfully, there's an option somewhere. Oh, this is embarrassing. Ah, here we go. No, that wasn't it. And this is like it used to be in older versions, and really more similar to, say, 7-zip or WinRAR. It's really helpful. I'm not sure what this is. Apparently it's in my temp folder, which is really helpful. But most people don't just start the archiving program and make zips. I mean, no one does that, right? What you normally do is you download and you open it straight from there. So I am going to download one of my, which one is a zip format here? BC Streams. Thankfully, I've already got that there. Excellent. As you can see, it's really well integrated. Freaking awesome, really. Obviously, this is what I use the most, extract to. Ah, that is. Let's extract it to its own folder, and there we go. Really quite common stuff there. Nothing too out of the ordinary. But did you see how fast that was? Also, something that is newer in 2011 is that you can actually extract MSI files, which I guess is kind of limited in usefulness, but would have come in handy some time ago for me. See, you know, setup banner, setup logo, all that stuff. Basically everything I use to make the zipper itself. Open it up in the PowerArchiver. Particularly like the preview, you view it in its own internal viewer. Unfortunately, it doesn't have colorizing, but that's why it lets you use an external viewer like so, which never focuses for some reason. Ah, there it is, see? And I recognized it, but I'm not looking at Editpad, am I? No, I'm not. Supposed to be looking at PowerArchiver. Particular use, it's just a great program. I can't really describe it. Obviously, this is mostly marketing stuff. I mean, it seems to be faster, but I haven't actually compared it. I've just been using it for quite a number of years, and I found it so much better than anything else. Especially now, since it actually works with UAC. Previously, with PowerArchiver 2010, I actually had to configure it so it always run it as administrator, which wasn't too annoying. I mean, it had to pop up the prompt every single time I ran it, but I got used to that pretty quickly. Now I don't have to worry about that at all. It only pops it up when it actually needs to extract to or open a file from a UAC protected area or something that would otherwise not have permission. It's really quite awesome. Naturally, as you know, forum for support, all that type of stuff. How much does it cost is, I guess, is the big question in some people's minds at this point. No, I don't want to download, I already own it. I already have it, I should say. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive. $49, about 45 pounds. Sorry, I have no idea how many that would be in pounds, but it's one I got. The nice thing is if you have an earlier version, you actually get a discount. For example, I bought PowerArchiver 2010, so I actually had a 70% discount. So it ended up being, say, like 19 bucks, I believe, for me, which you can't ignore a 70% discount or something, especially when your new version, the version you have, is clearly slower than the new one. Advanced, yeah, that definitely inspires my confidence. Nice. I've noticed it definitely does run faster with multiple cores than some of the other available ones like WinRAR, which I believe I've installed as well. Obviously, I haven't actually purchased it, mostly for comparisons. 3196. Basically, it's very similar interfaces. But I've just found PowerArchiver so much better. It's not even reasonable to consider a comparison. It supports all sorts of crazy stuff, FTP. I actually have a backup script running every day. Which actually takes advantage of its backup ability. Where is it? It should be in here somewhere. Oh, that's going to be pain. Ah, here it is. See, it's got backup VB project PBS. PBS being, of course, PowerArchiver backup script. Runs at 3:30 a.m. every day. What we'll do is we will take PowerArchiver, open up that archive. It's technically not really an archive, but I think it should open it all the same. I've got it set to 7Z. It's very useful for backing up, I will tell you that much. So it's the compression options, various alerts you can set it. You can set it to log to a file. Take a look at that. As you can see, I've run quite a few backups, 103 megabytes. Take a look at the log here. It's got a lot of files. It logs all the files that were there. And this can be very useful for, well, logging, I guess. Clearly, it actually isn't very much use to me. In fact, I didn't know this file was there. That is very useful, I think. Scheduling options. You can change the scheduling right here. Basically, you create a script. It actually changes and adds it as a scheduled task. I didn't actually have to add this myself. Like that, I mean, I could, obviously. But I just change options here, say next, finish. Once it saves it, adds it as a scheduled task, and you're good to go. You can also have it set to burn to a CD or create an ISO file, which actually raises another interesting feature of PowerArchiver, the ability to open ISO files. I don't think I have any ISO files to use. Nope. Never mind. But you can create ISO files. For example, go right back into this folder. Let's say I want to put these on a CD. PowerArchiver 2010. Burn it through disk right away, or compress it to, and oh, well, that's a shame. I thought it would let me do that. It used to. Let's try this way. Ah, here we go, new disk image. Doesn't matter what it's called. Oh, right. basically create the zip file, or the ISO file, sorry, and problem solves. There you go. And once that's created, where did I put that? Basically puts it there. That'll be clear there. Shell extension can show the compressed ISO, but I disable that for, well, whatever reason, I don't know. So we got here. And as you can see, PowerArchiver includes burning the disk from ISO. It's very useful. I mean, I've got Magic ISO, and for some reason I can't find, for some reason IMG burn isn't there, which is usually what I use. So that was PowerArchiver. Excellent archiving program. I highly recommend it to anybody who can afford to purchase, well, an archive. Really, it's a utility no one really uses, but if you think about it, it's really critical to have an archiving program. So you shouldn't skimp and get something like WinRAR. I mean, WinRAR is an awesome program as well, but I mean, do you really want that nag screen every time you open it? And PowerArchiver is demonstrably more feature-filled than 7-zip. I mean, if you just need basic extracting zips, I mean, Windows has that built in, right? So does so do most Linux distributions. But I don't know. I just find PowerArchiver to be the ultimate archive utility, as it says in the tooltip. Thank you for watching.